Hey, what up y'all? IntraVenus here, back with another episode of P.O.L. Game Review and Music. And today I bring you some nostalgia. Now, if you're like me, something like this can provide quite a bit of feels. This packaging, seeing this game in its box. I grew up playing the first Pokemon games, and I had the red Pokemon. And I never got the blue version. I wasn't fortunate enough to have both, but back then you didn't really want both as a kid playing so much. You got to trade with your friends. That was part of the fun. So I decided to pick this up because I found this for sale, and I wanted the feel of owning the blue version. Now, a lot of collectors would consider this a holy grail item. That means that this is highly sought after. Probably sell for a lot of money. There's just something about it. Well, let's go ahead and open it up. I'm excited. Pokemon Blue, yo. Freaking Pokemon Blue. It's in this nice protective plastic case that's hard to open. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Get that tab out of there. There we go. Goodness. Don't want to break my Pokemon, right? It's a protective case. Let's go ahead and take this out. Pokemon on the Game Boy. Look, there's that plastic case. Put that over here. Now, tell me in the comments if you've ever owned this game. Do you own it boxed? Well, if you don't, you should be on the lookout, because this is actually a replica. If you take a closer look here, you might notice a little bit of blurriness going on. It actually looks really good. Here's a telltale sign. Can you see how blurry this is, this font? Some of this writing back here. Was it this shiny originally? I don't remember. Let's open this up. I found this on AliExpress. And AliExpress, if you don't know, has been selling a lot of fake video games, knockoff games, reproductions. But they're very much labeled as real games. And what we have here is a playable replica of Pokemon Blue. Look at this. I've gone ahead and brought out my FPGBC, and we're going to go ahead and take out the EverDrive and pop this baby in. I want to see if it even plays. That, you know, the feeling alone of opening this box, I gotta tell you, it feels good because I know I didn't get ripped off. I got this for like $10. So let's see, you know, if it actually plays. Holy cow. Well, yeah, it plays. It actually plays. Let's see. New game. Wow. Okay, guys, here's the deal. You can buy these things on AliExpress, and for only $10, if you want a playable replica of one of your favorite games from a childhood memory, this is actually kind of cool. Now, if you'll inspect this, you'll see some noticeable telltale signs that this is not a real Pokemon game. This is pretty flimsy, thin plastic here. There's some gaping through here. You can kind of see light through the cracks. And see that hole there? Well, that wouldn't normally be there. And just to compare, I've brought out a real Game Boy game. Let's put them next to each other. This one's real, this one's fake. Of course, they're not the same game. But you know, they're doing a pretty good job here. Notice the different placement of the screw. Also, we got a tri-wing there. And this is not a tri-wing. As well as that hole. Now that's an important part. If you look inside of a Game Boy game and you see that, then you know that is not an original Game Boy game, I'm telling you. And let's go ahead and look at the bottom of the EverDrive too. Even the EverDrive doesn't leave that gaping hole there. This is actually the first time I've seen something like that. I don't know if that's a new style, but this plastic is pretty cheap in comparison to these other plastics. I don't know if you can hear that. It just sounds more thin. But look, y'all, for $10, you can get a Pokemon game to display on your shelf. It's basically like a souvenir. It's something to display on your shelf, the decoration, but within it is an actual playable Pokemon cartridge. Now let's go ahead and see if it works on the regular Game Boy. I don't see why it wouldn't, but this is my custom wood Game Boy. It's not actual wood, it's like a suede plastic. But look there. I mean, that's pretty cool. Just to be able to put this in there. Hey, you might actually own this game and you got it sealed. Who knows how you did it? You've held on to it. Maybe you got a lot of money. You found a good deal. Whatever. You don't want to actually open it. Well, you can get this and you can actually play and feel like you're actually playing the game, which is pretty cool. There's a lot of nostalgia feels in putting this in here. I'm pretty sure this blue is not the actual blue that they used for the real Pokemon Blue. It's like a different shade, I think. But you know what? I got a second one, and I'll show you exactly how these come. Because part of the reason it's $10 is because you got to put it together yourself. Yeah, I put that one together, and I thought we'd go ahead and put this one together. This is Pokemon Red. And this is exactly how they send it to you if you order it off AliExpress. There's some, says it's from Shanghai on there. Comes with the game inside of a little plastic case. Though the plastic case doesn't fit in the cardboard, so I didn't keep that on there. You got your own card that goes inside. We got the fresh box, never been unfolded. Here's the plastic. This even has a layer of film on it to keep it from ever getting scratched up until you're ready. There's a plastic film on this entire thing, actually. So it's really pretty well made, and you get surprisingly a lot of stuff here for like $10. It's crazy. I want to say the shipping was even free. So let's go ahead and put this together. We're going to put together Pokemon Red here, and then we'll put it in and we'll play it. And we'll talk about it a little while we're doing it. So it's pretty simple to put together here. You want to reach in and fold this up and over, kind of push that down, pull that up. See that there? We're going to push these down. Right here, we're going to fold this in, and there's a little flap in there that you can try to line up with. It has like a little lip that you can catch on it there. See that? Catch that on there for some support. We'll fold this one down. Do the same thing. There we got another one. There's your insert. We'll take this out of here. We got our freaking Pokemon Red, which also doesn't look quite like the right red. Looks a little brighter to me. Still though, this is pretty cool to have these. I mean, honestly, even if these weren't playable, just as really nice looking replicas to be able to look at, maybe hang on the wall, put on a shelf or display, it's pretty neat. So here we have red. We're gonna pop it in here. As you see, this is just too thick. It would have, I tried, but there's no stretching this in there. They just gave you that extra. And I feel like, I know there would have been booklets in here and stuff. They actually have a Pokemon Yellow, and they've reproduced all of the inserts. And you can buy an entirely reproduced Pokemon Yellow. And it's like $45 to get all the inserts, because there's a lot of paper and printing involved. I think I saw a review on it, and the quality of the print is a little pixelated, but still it's all viewable. It looks like a real Pokemon Yellow. I do not want anybody trying to sell these as real Pokemon games, alright? And anybody who knows anything would know that these aren't actual Pokemon games. Not, you know, they're repros. Knockoffs. But I'm sure you could find someone that you could trick and, you know, take it to a pawn shop or something. I'm not going to try to suggest anything. I don't want y'all doing anything like that. I hope you don't. I'm pretty sure I remember folding this down like this. And then we're going to fold these over here. And then we're going to fold this over and through. And it's hard to do this without kind of bending it. So I went at the corner here and get that in. And then we'll try to get the other end in. You got to kind of open it and push it in, because you don't really want to bend it up. See there? I got it in. You don't want to bend it up, but hey, that went pretty good. It looks nice. It looks nice. All right, so look, now we've got our box. Our fake Pokemon Red. Let's go ahead and slide this baby in here. Close her up. We have a boxed Pokemon Red version. And you know, at a distance, at a glance, anybody who grew up around the time I did would probably get a little bit of excitement in your belly. You know, when you see this, say you saw this on a shelf or something, you would rush up to it. You have to inspect it and see, this couldn't actually be the real thing, can it? Can it really? Because these probably sell for a lot of freaking money, I'm telling you, especially if it was new. So last but not least, let's go ahead and unfold this little protective case. And this is just double-sided. There doesn't seem to be a top or bottom. They're both identical in the way they fold over and seal. Now they do have that kind of flared tab there, which makes it really hard to pull out once you put it in there. And so we got that going, and let's put in our Pokemon Red in the box. Let's see what it looks like here. We can get that in there. Come on, let's get this in. Pushed it in. And there you go. Look. I'm not trying to, like, say that everybody should go buy these or anything, but it is kind of neat. I'm kind of happy about it, and it's tempting to get the Pokemon Yellow. The thing is about this stuff is, from what I've heard, and maybe these have changed, from what I know they've changed for the worse and not the better though. You can play these games for maybe 6 months or so, and then the save file might start to fail. Maybe the game itself starts to fail. I've heard eventually it'll just start to error out, and one day it just won't play anymore. That's what I hear. Now, as far as, you know, the way these current boards are made, I don't know. what to say, but I can say this. You can put it in the Game Boy, either an aftermarket or an original, and you could play these suckers. I mean, I can't really complain, y'all. I can only complain if somebody sold me this and tricked me. It's the only way I could complain about this. So I'll leave a link in the description, y'all, and let me know what you think about these. Does this upset you? Is it cool? I think it's pretty cool. Just as long as nobody's getting tricked. Because I just like Pokemon, the old Pokemon, and having the originals and stuff. I don't know. I like nostalgia. Some real good nostalgia hits right here. Even though we don't really have any original product in our hands. So thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the episode. If you like this, please hit a like and the subscribe button. You know what I mean? And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
Well, that was just childhood. We were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tether ball reaching the sky. We were taking new heights on the swing while it was making us fly. Beat the king of the hill and everything will be fine. The thrill of everything we would find. The innocence of a child you could see in the eyes when you're making them smile or you're making them cry. We can take out our bikes and have them racing for miles. It's like a dream these days.